Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the week 54 patch for ICARUS. Not much really in terms of content this week in this patch, but what is here is very important and it is game changing. So they've gone ahead and removed the 8-player limit so you can play with more people, but not in standard game mode, only on dedicated servers. Of course, the more people you add to a dedicated server, it will deteriorate over time, kind of thing. So, you know, it's like any other server. The more players who are on it, it'll not be as high quality as it would be with, like, say, 5 players on it, for example. So the dropship changes are now where it'll look for a more open area, less trees, less rocks, believe it or not, and it'll drop you there, and it'll be all the other drop pods will land around your area as well because it's more open, less rocks and less trees. So you might get put a little bit further away from where you originally used to land. Like for me, it was here, and my base was here. Now my base is there still, but I'm getting dropped up here. This is basically to facilitate the player count increase as well, which obviously is increased with the data decentralization. There's been one new item that has been introduced in this patch as well, and it is the Composite Dropship Recall Beacon. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it is in your tier 4 tech tree, just under portable beacon, and here it is. Yeah, Composite Dropship Recall Beacon. Unlock that and it will cost you 3 composites, 2 electronics, 4 steel screws, 4 iron ingots, and 2 gunpowder. And this is it, yeah, once it's crafted. So what this does is, if you throw it outside in an open area so there's no trees or any rocks that obstruct a dropship, it will call down your dropship. So this one will disappear and your new one will come and land at that location. You will have to place the item on your hotbar, and then you just hold it, left click, and let's throw it there. You'll hear an audible beep. As you can see, my dropship taken off. It should disappear from the map. You can hear the audible beeping. And there's the new dropship coming down. Nice new little animation there, actually, where it's breaking through the atmosphere or sound barrier or something like that. Looks pretty cool. Let's just move out the way. That looks pretty cool. That never gets old. Okay, that looked awesome. That's actually the first time I've saw that. Okay, that 10 out of 10. So let's just talk about the portable recall beacon for a second and my opinion. So this is primarily, I believe, going to be heavily used for exotic farming for the time being, because this has fundamentally changed the way you can farm exotics now. As you can't put exotics straight into a dropship anymore, you've got to recall an exotic drop pod down. You've got to request that, and then you've got to put your exotics in there now and send them back up so you remain on the planet, which is absolutely fine. It just changes the way of how farming exotics work. Let's just say if you're doing one of the more popular, longer exotic runs, Spirit Walk, for example, and on your final dig of your node and you're in the Arctic, for example, and you'd built up in the Riverlands. I normally go tier 4 anyways if I'm doing Spirit Walk, especially if I'm on my own, even if I've got the IC1 drill. So I normally go tier 4 anyways because it's a nice chill mission. So what this means now is I'll be able to have a portable recall beacon on me, and I could basically carry the orbital exchange interface with me as well. Then be able to call down, put my final exotics into a exotic drop pod, send them back off, and then use my beacon now to send me back up to space so I don't have to travel all the way back. On the flip side, if you use a mount, you can still use mounts and you can just like completely put aside everything I've just said. So a couple of data decentralization fixes as well this week. Fixed an item duplication bug that was happening while in the station. Fixed the extraction mission, which was broken. I didn't know about that. Exotics were no longer being able to be placed in your dropship. However, the UI had not been updated to reflect this. This has now been corrected, stating the need for an orbital exchange interface. Workshop items will now specify their owner in their tooltip. Only for new loadouts brought down. Old ones will not display anything. Weather issues when rejoining open world sessions. That's what was happening to me yesterday. That's why I didn't have a video I was planning on for use, because I had the weather icon warning keep on flashing on my screen every 2 seconds, which was a little bit annoying. Alright, and the dedicated servers verified partners. So they are Nitrado, G-Portal, Survival servers, and Streamline servers. Now, I only can speak from my experience. Nitrado is who I've got my members server through. So if you're a survivor or a survivalist tier member, or either on YouTube or on Ko-Fi, you get access to our server. And of course, as always, I will leave a link down in the pinned comments for you to go check the patch notes out yourself, if that's what you wish to do so. So feel free to go and do that if you want to read up on all the feature content and various other fixes that has been implemented in this update. Just as a fun little side note, if you throw one of the recall beacons inside of a cave, it'll not do anything. You can actually go ahead and pick it up. What did you think of this week's patch, guys? Let me know down in the comments. Leave a like, support the channel. If you are new around here, subscribe. It greatly helps the channel's growth as well. Thank you very much for watching. And lastly, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who supports me that's on YouTube and who's supporting me on Ko-Fi. If you do want to support me that little bit further and become a member, you can either on YouTube or support me on Ko-Fi. The Ko-Fi benefits for memberships are significantly higher than what I can offer on YouTube, so pay attention to the perks and see what suits you best. It's only the Survivor, Survivalist tier and the Advisor tier that grants you access to the members ICARUS server, so take that into consideration if you are wanting to play on the server. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all very soon.